to get rid of the blue effect here after I've added my image mat there, I'm going to go to back to my effects window, and under key, again, the problem with the blue screen effect here is that the blue screen key would work well if you had a nice even blue back there that was evenly lit. One of the problems with this blue screen, that the way we shot it was really hot right here. It was kind of dark right there, and there's some lines from the folds of the blue fabric. So a better key feature for this would be probably to use the chroma key option. To use the chroma key option, I take the chroma key and drag it onto my blue guys effect here. Once I've dragged it onto my blue guys video here, I can go to the key control under effects control. Underneath effects control, you'll see there's one called chroma key. If I go to the chroma key and twirl it down with the little arrow, there's a little arrow right there, you'll see there is a eyedropper feature underneath there. With that eyedropper selected, you can go over and select a blue color. And usually, I try and choose a middle blue, and then once you've used the blue eyedropper under chroma key, if you suck up a blue, you can then use the similarity slider to get rid of more color blue that's similar. And then even blending mode there will help it blend. Don't use too much blend or they'll turn into ghost here. But it might not be too bad since it's Halloween here. But you can see now the effect of them with the blue taking out. Then the last part, at least for this part, before we put the band, we'll put the band inside the dashboard here. The last part would be just to take the seats, the inside seats, and drag that over top of the blue guys and stretch that out. And then you could see, since the seats all have alpha channel around the outside, you can see how the seats cover everything up. Remember, they were on a separate layer inside of Photoshop. So if you make a preview here, if I can have a preview here, you can see the effect you got. Now, of course, the problem is the sunset video footage is a little bit too high. You're looking up at the ceiling. He wouldn't be driving like that, would he, right? Remember the sunset video footage? So what I would do in this case is I'll go down to my sunset video footage, select it, go to my motion settings, and inside the motion settings I could move it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now it looks a little bit correct. It looks a little better. So you can move the sunset video footage up a little bit. It might even need to be moved up a little bit more. There. It wasn't quite shot right, but you could get the idea of how the effect would look, right? So now you can actually see the brake lights through the windshield. And a little bit of music. I think, is there any music on here? I don't think there's any music. There's me talking, I think, in the background. But if you move, again, if you move the sunset video footage up a little bit where the position is, see where it says position? Or if you want to do it by hand, if you click on top of the word that says motion, you can click over here on the screen and move it around. See that? Okay, so if you want to do it by hand without using the numbers over here, if you click on the word motion for the sunset, you can move it up a little bit. Okay, so that is how you can do, you have 4 layers there, but if you planned them all and you shot them the way that we discussed it on the board, you could really get some cool effects. Again, the reason why I made this was for like a DVD menu or something.